Hi, today I have a short video for you. I'm going to show you, I hosted a shoebox swap last night with the demonstrators in my group and then a couple of girls who aren't in our group. So if you are in Indiana or the Indianapolis area and you'd ever be interested in coming to one of our shoebox swaps, most of the time you don't have to be in our group. It's one of the events that we do that if you're just an active demonstrator, you can come. So last night we focused on the new products that are in Sale-A-Bration and the upcoming Sale-A-Bration coordination. So I just wanted to take a second and I like to show off the work that the incredibly talented girls in my group do. It shows you a little bit of different stamping styles. Like this, for example, this uses the envelope making board, punch board, which I have had since it came out, and I don't think that I've ever used it. I know I've let a couple of people borrow it. It intimidates me. I bought it when I was working, and when I would come up with camps, I didn't have time to learn anything. And the first time I ever used it, it was at somebody else's camp, and I messed my thing up. So pretty much since then, it sits on my shelf. But this was easy to do, so maybe I'll bring it back out. This uses the Painted Seasons bundle. It was by my friend Teresa, and it's gorgeous. So it has the stamp and then the paper both. So it makes a little box, and you can fit a tea bag in it. You could fit some Ghirardelli chocolate squares. It makes a really sweet little favorite. It could be for Mother's Day. It could be for Easter with this paper. But with any other, I mean, you could do Halloween if you had different paper. So it's really sweet little box. It has a tiny little glue dot that will hold it shut. It's on vellum with a little pearl. This ribbon, I think, is from the tea time in the annual catalog. The words are from the Well Said in the Occasions catalog, which is fabulous. So here's that one. And I will have pictures of these up on both Facebook. I'll put them in my Occasions album and my Sale-A-Bration album and on my website, which is stampinonline.com. So you'll be able to see the stills on those. Then here's mine, which most of you have already seen. So this used the Painted Seasons Designer Series paper, which is part of that bundle that's free with $100. And then a stamp set that is in the catalog and has been there for a couple of years. These are from the holiday catalog, the little frosted and clear droplets, but you can still get those. And then my favorite part is this stamp set will be available March 1st if you're not a demonstrator. If you're a demonstrator, you can get it now. I love the way that it is a two-part stamp, so you can do one color and then you stamp a second time with just the half, and you get some coordinating colors. So I have a video up for that, so you've probably already seen that. Then this one has been sitting there ready for me to use. I haven't used it. This is by my friend Susan, and this stamp set is part of the new Sale-A-Bration release, and it is designed to be, I don't even know what it's called, but it's designed to be used with the Stamparatus. And with this one, she just used one plate, and she just had this piece in here. So if you're coming to my camp, we will be doing something similar to this. You just put this in here and you spin your cardstock every time. So you didn't have to move the stamp. So it's a really easy way to use the Stamparatus. We've used the Stamparatus at my camp a few times, but often it's to do something that's a little bit more difficult. So this is a fun way to use your Stamparatus for something that's easy, and the stamp set is designed to make your Stamparatus easy. And this she designed using two in colors that are outgoing. So if you like these colors, it's Lemon Lime Twist, which is one of my favorite in colors ever, but it will be leaving us in May. So make sure to stock up on those. Then this one is by my friend Amy, and it has the new embossing folder, which is completely lovely, and she did it on vellum. And then she used the new rectangle stitched frames, and we ran two of them through at one time. So it gave us a little framed border, and then it's mounted on dimensionals, so it has that dimension to it, so you can really see through, and you can see the other color of the paper through it. It's Calypso Coral, and then this ribbon is also in the Occasions catalog. It's a really stunning card. We painted the edges of this with shimmer paint just so the one color of coral is a little bit different. It's still coral, but it has a little bit of a different color than the card itself. Really, really pretty, really simple to do, but a stunning effect. And this is by my friend Heather, and this fold is simply amazing. And it too uses the Painted Seasons bundle, and it uses the Painted Seasons bundle framelits, which aren't available yet, but will be available on March 1st. So if you get the bundle on March 1st, you'll want to get the framelits. But look at how fun this fold is. Is that not the best? And then she used the Happiness Blooms enamel dots to fill in. And it's just a perfect little accent. But I love this fold. And she also has the stitched rectangles. So you see those up here a lot because those are super fun. But I just love the fold. Love it, love it, love it. So it's just, how many of us did these in grade school where you just folded your little things and then they're just tucked under there. So super cute. And this saying here is one of the original Sale-A-Bration stamp sets. It's got some really fun words in it. I've not used it. Another one that's sitting in my stack. I have so many things I still need to use. But that's Heather's. And then this is one of our guests who was with us last night, Brandy. She's been a couple of times to our things, and we love to have guests. So this is with the Butterfly Designer Series paper, which is no longer available, but I do have some, and I'm going to cut some up and have it be some of my freebies. So if you're one of my customers, be watching my weekend specials, because I will have some of it free with purchase, and I'll go ahead and cut it up card size, because now I have a bunch, and I have a couple of projects. One today that's in my line that's moved up to the front that I hadn't done because it used the pink foil. Well, now it also uses the butterfly paper. So I think what I'm going to do is, if you buy the stamp set, I'm going to just give you some of the papers so you can go ahead and make the project. But it also uses I don't think the paper's not quite gone yet. It's the butterfly elements that are gone, but this is on the it's going to be gone soon list. So by the time I get it filmed and edited, it's just my luck. Every time I do it, then whatever it was sells out. But this has the Country Floral embossing folder, and it's just done in white. So it's a simple card. It looks really ornate, but the paper really does all the work for you. It's just punches and paper and a little bit of embossing folder. So stunning, so spring. Today it's actually freezing cold here, but the sun is out. So it gives us the hope that sun is coming. And here again is the paper, the butterfly paper, and the stitched rectangles. See, you need those if you don't have them, because we've had squares and ovals and circles, but because our cards are rectangles, it was really the shape that we most needed and the one that we just got. So this one is by my friend Debbie, and what she had us do was you laid the stitched rectangles on this piece of paper. So we laid one here at first, and then you laid one up here and one down here, and just ran them through one time each. And then you brought it back into your stamping place, and you laid this paper on top of your white paper, and then you stamped inside the words. And then when you mounted it, it was on dimensional, so it has a kind of a lift. So it's stamped underneath it, but you ran this through first. So super, super cute. And that one was easy. It's just got some Bermuda Bay and black, which is a striking combination. Always one of my favorites. Then this one's by my daughter. And it uses, again, the Painted Seasons bundle with the dies. So if you get the Painted Seasons bundle, you get the stamps and the paper. And then you'll want to get the dies when they're available on March 1st, so you can cut it all out. And then it also has my little eyes, dot of my eyes coming off. It also uses the Well Said, which the paper and the stamps are free with a $100 purchase. So a great thing to get is the Well Said set, because that's around $77, and you can see it goes great together. So then you can get just a couple more things and get your purchase up, which I would recommend getting some of the inks and the papers in color cardstock that are in the same color that you're going to get in your papers, or get one of the stamp sets like this one that matches the papers as well, which you may have seen my series, and I have a couple more of them coming, of stamps that match the paper that aren't the paper. So this one is by my friend Tanya, and I totally messed the inside up because I wasn't paying attention. I had a bit of a migraine yesterday, which is always a bummer when you're hosting something, and it was, you know, like 70,000 degrees on Saturday, and then it went below zero. It wasn't quite that big of a swing, but it, you know, the barometric pressure and migraines, not friends. So yesterday was on a lot of drugs. So I was supposed to watercolor wash my shimmer paper. Beautiful. But instead I picked up the regular paper, which just warps it. And I thought, why is this warping? And then I realized it's because I had the wrong piece of paper. So inside of my card, see, even as seasoned stampers make mistakes. So I just went with it. So the inside of my card does not look anywhere as beautiful as Tanya's did. But this one pulls in the Fairy Celebration, which we did because it matched. Oh, here I have a piece of it. Because we were looking at stamps that would match the paper. And see, she's sitting on a mushroom. So she looks great with the mushroom paper. But then I love what Tanya did, which is kind of what I did with my reindeer. The fox set has mushrooms in it. So I used it with the mushroom paper, but then I pulled the deer out and used it with the Christmas paper. So she used the mushroom with her mushroom paper, and then I love the way that she pulled it in and used it with the succulent paper. So super, super cute. She again used the frosted elements, but this time we painted or colored them with a blend, so they matched the paper. So that is the Fairy Celebration. So if you get the Painted Seasons bundle, one of the things that you could do to get to your $100 purchase is to find some stamps, which I have a whole list of them that we've gone through that match the paper exceedingly well. So when you get the stamp set and the paper, you don't have to use just the stamps that Stampin' Up! Tells us go with the paper. You can be creative and come up with your own. And then this last one is by another one of our guests, Ginger. Super, super creative. I love the fold. Check out the fold. So the little guy here. This is, the frogs are part of the original Celebration release, and then on March 1st you will be able to buy a set of dies that cut them out. And then the little cake here, which I have added this because on my list of things to do for camp next week in March is to use some of the wobbles, and I'm making the wobbles handmade, and I hadn't done it yet. So she had this just stuck on here. And this is the stamp set with the cake and this greeting, the Life's Too Short to Say No to Cake, are in Occasions catalog. So she just had this stuck on here. So I did try it with one of my little handmade wobbles. So this wobbles. We may do camp. He is a die, so you won't have to cut him out because I have the die. So he may wobble. I haven't decided yet what's going to wobble, but love her fold, love the creativity with him on the cake, the bike holding his cake. I think it's super cute. So that's what we do when we get together and stamp. And you can see when you stamp with other demonstrators, then you don't just get your style. You get everybody's style. Because I would not have come up with this fold. I wouldn't have come up with that fold. You guys kind of see my style if you watch my videos. I never would have attempted this because the box scares me. But that's what we do. So if you're interested in being a demonstrator, you can contact me on how to join, and I will be happy to let you know. We have some more events coming up. We have 2 coming up in April. So I would love to have you. But you can go to my website or to Facebook, and I will eventually get stills of all of these up. It may be a little bit. I have a super busy week. So have a great day. Bye.